This video tutorial is designed to help you understand how to run a Nearpod activity in your classroom. In it, you'll learn how to get students logged into the activity, how to get the settings correct, and how to view your results after. To start, make sure you're logged into Nearpod and then go to My Library to find the activities you need. Once you have the activity you want, hover over it, and then there are a few options. You can edit it, you can preview it. There are some more options up here, we'll come back to the reports later. Or you can do a live lesson. The Student Paste is a premium service that you have to have the gold version to be able to do. So for today, we're just going to do live lesson. So I'm going to click on that. What it'll do is give me a code right away. This is the code students need to type in order to access the activity. So when they go to nearpod.com, they'll need to add the code. This is the code. The other way to do it, that can be a little faster if you're using Google Classroom, is to post an announcement. So I'm going to click on that Google Classroom button there, select my class, select how I want it posted, add a few details, and then post. One thing that I want to point out, if you're going to do this with multiple classes, don't post this code right now, because when you start a new session, your code will be different. So just make sure every time you start a new session, that's when you post the code to Classroom so that students can make sure they're trying to access the right one. So I'm going to click View, and you'll notice here, there's that link that takes me to the correct Nearpod. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit so that you can see a student view. So here's my student screen. Notice that link popped up. I'm going to click on it, and it takes me to the activity. I just need to type in my name there and click send, and I will have joined the lesson. So I want to tell you how to navigate through there. One of the first things to do, down here is your student list. You'll notice it just says 1. The green dot next to it indicates that the student has the tab open and is engaged in the activity. If I were to close this tab over here and exit the activity, this would turn red, and would also change this to red so that you know which students are participating and which students are not. This gives you an overview of all of your different slides so that you know what's coming up. The way Nearpod works is whatever is on the teacher's screen is mirrored on the student device. So right now I have my title slide over here, and that's mirrored on the student device. As soon as I click over, whatever is on my screen is also on the student screen. So this we created before. This is the sway activity. Students can navigate this on their own, on their device, go through it, and this is a teacher paced activity. So the student can't just click through. Until you change the slide on here, the student will stay on this screen. So the student will have some time to go through that activity. When I click next, again, you'll notice that the next content will load and pop up. This is the 3D model of the Eiffel Tower. On the student end, I can go in and I can manipulate it and look at it for a little while. When students have had adequate time, again, as the teacher, you'll click to the next one. Here is where we get to some of the interactive components. So you notice there's this question up here, and there is a spot for students to respond down below. So students can type in their answer here. When they send it, it'll give them a notification, and on the teacher end, it will show up over here. So I see it over here. One of the cool things about Nearpod is that once all of your students have submitted their answer, you can share out responses anonymously. So say someone has a really strong answer, I'm going to click this share button, and you'll notice on the student screen that answer pops up. So if you have an exemplar that you want to share out with students or a really good answer, click that button. It'll show up on the student screen. When you click unshare, it will go away. You can select a few different ones and share them out so students can see it, and then you'll want to click next. This next one is a poll. It's going to be a very uninteresting poll because there's only one person. When they vote, you'll see it real-time update here. When it's done, I can share out the results of the poll. It'll show up on the student screen. I can unshare it and then move on to the next one. I'm going to go fairly quickly through these, but this is the quiz question that we created. It has the options here in the student, so I'm going to select my answer as a student, turn it in, and it will update me as the teacher how each student individually did. If it's incorrect, this mark will be red and it'll tell me which one they chose. I can share out the quiz results with the entire class. This next one is the draw it function. So on the student end, in here, they can select different colors, add text, add images if they would like. But let's see if I can draw a square on my touchpad here. Students can draw their answer. They can erase it entirely if they want, or they can click send, and I'll see it over here on my screen. Just like the other ones, I can click through them. If I like one a lot, I can share it out so that students can see it on their screen. And then we'll move on to the very last one. This one is the collaborate board. So on the teacher end, it asks you if you would like to approve student comments before they're posted. This is up to you. I'm going to click no for now, just for the sake of time. So you notice it says, please post a picture of a cool building in France. So I'm going to go down here and search for an image. We'll click search. I found my image. We'll save it to the board, and I can post it. So once it loads over here, you'll be able to see sort of a real-time image of the different posts that students are adding there. Students can all see this, so students are all in here. What you can do, students can vote on it, so if they really like one, they can add a heart, and then you can, as a teacher, sort it by the most likes, the most recent, or by student name. So with that, we are completely done with all the slides. To end an activity, you're going to want to click end session. You can end it right now. I'm actually going to show you, if you click on Nearpod, you can click on reports, and it will email you a report. So I'm going to click OK, or I can end the session. And like I mentioned before, if you want to see the reports, just go over here, click on the 3 dots, and click on reports. This is the one that I want to look at. So I'm going to open it up, and you notice it has all of the information I need on here. I'll expand it so you can see a little bit more. This is my summary. I can go through individual questions. I can download it if I would like. But that is how you go in and view the reports. So with that, now you can run an activity. You've seen what it looks like and how to share it out with students, and you know how to access your reports after you're done.